The main difference between the Sweethearts and most other bands of the 1940s was that the Sweethearts A. were allowed to travel and perform in Europe, B. were a racially integrated group of women, C. played swing music outside the South, D. tended to perform in large cities. In paragraph 11, the word refuted means what? So you need to go to paragraph 11. F means ignored, G. performed, H. disproved, J. questioned. 3. The author wrote this selection most likely to A. explain how swing music is played, B. encourage young women to learn how to play musical instruments, C. celebrate a group of musicians who influenced America's popular music, D. prove that the 1940s were a turning point for female musicians. 4. The author organizes this selection by F. comparing the Sweethearts with other swing bands of the time, G. describing the Sweethearts' experience of traveling throughout the country, H. detailing the major accomplishments of the Sweethearts, J. relating the history of the Sweethearts in chronological order. Number 5. Paragraph 3 reveals that the author intends to A. offer reasons why the Sweethearts performed well, B. explain what made the Sweethearts unique, C. express an opinion about the type of music the Sweethearts performed, or D. described how members of the Sweethearts were selected. Number 6. Becoming a full-time traveling band helped the Sweethearts by F. increasing their popularity, G. enabling them to recruit new members, H. allowing them to earn money for school, J. providing them with the opportunity to listen to all-male bands. 7. Which sentence expresses the main idea of this selection? A. The International Sweethearts of Rhythm traveled and performed in the United States during World War II. B. The International Sweethearts of Rhythm commonly performed to sold-out crowds in ballrooms and theaters. C. The International Sweethearts of Rhythm were an all-female touring swing band that were popular during the 1940s. D. The International Sweethearts of Rhythm chose to play swing music because it was what most people wanted to hear. Number 8. Based on the selection, why did the Sweethearts stop playing together? F. The musicians became tired of traveling to different cities. G. Swing music eventually became less popular in the United States. H. Americans were uninterested in music during the World War II. J. Musical groups composed of only women were no longer a novelty. Which of these is the best summary of the selection? A. The International Sweethearts of Rhythm were a touring swing band made up of young women from different ethnic backgrounds. Although the band faced discrimination in the segregated South, the Sweethearts achieved success in the 1930s and the 1940s. B. In 1937, a group of young female musicians formed a band that would become known as the International Sweethearts of Rhythm. The musicians played instruments such as the clarinet, the saxophone, the trombone, the trumpet, the bass, the guitar, and the piano. C. Swing was an extremely popular kind of music played by many American bands during the 1930s and 1940s. One of the most interesting and talented swing groups of this period was the International Sweethearts of Rhythm, a 17-member band from Mississippi. D. The International Sweethearts of Rhythm was a successful band that included African Americans, Chinese Americans, Mexican Americans, American Indians, Puerto Rican members. Just a few years after the group was founded, the Sweethearts were able to become a professional touring band. Number 10. A documentary film about the International Sweethearts of Rhythm was made most likely because the band F. promoted other swing bands who were performing around the world. G. made major contributions to the growth of swing music. H. played in many different music venues throughout the United States. J. performed a new style of music that was embraced by the public. And for those of you who might not be familiar with the word venues, it's talking about different places. Like you could play in a venue like at a concert hall, or you can play at a local park. So different venues means different locations. Number 11. The band's name is significant because of its highlights. A. The fact that the musicians came from diverse cultures. B. The support the musicians gave to the soldiers in wartime. C. The type of music the band played. Or D. The fact that the band performed in countries around the world. Number 12. Which sentence from the selection explains why the Sweethearts became successful? F. Swing musicians usually played instruments such as the clarinet, the saxophone, the trombone, or the trumpet. G. At this point, a few new musicians joined the group. H. The women chose to include international in the band's name because they came from many different cultural backgrounds. Or J. But they remained focused on their main ambition to play great swing music. Remember, you're looking for an answer that talks about them being successful. Which one makes you think that they were successful?